This chapter is 16A about two-step equations. In this chapter, we will be balancing two-step equations. So what we have to understand about balancing equations in algebra is that we have to understand that both sides of the equal sign are equal. We want to keep them balanced, just like in this visual example here. So we think of an algebra equation as a balance scale. On this side, we have two W's, literally two W's, and we have clearly 5 pounds. Then on the other side of the balance scale, we have 25 pounds. And we want to keep this balance leveled and equal on both sides so that it stays balanced. And so when we want to balance two-step equations, what we have to think about is if we take something off of this side, we take the same amount off of this side. If we were to add something in on one side, we add the same amount in on the other side. If we were to double it on this side, we'd also have to double it on the other side. Let's say we choose to divide it by 2 on that side, then we have to divide it by 2 on the other side. So no matter what you do to one side, you must do to the other side. So in this case, let's go ahead and balance this out. So because I want to find out what this missing number is, I have two W's there. They each are worth something in order for this whole side to add up to exactly 25 pounds to keep it from tipping over. It's balanced. So what I can do here is I could take away 5 pounds from here, meaning I can take away 5 pounds from here, leaving me with 20 pounds left over. So that means that these two W's right here are equal to 20 pounds. And since they're both W's and they're the same letter, it means that one of these W's has to be 10 because 10 plus 10 is equal to 20. So therefore W equals 10. Now in this case, we see that this side, x plus x divided by 2 and 3 pounds is equal to 5 pounds on the other side. So we have to figure out what is the value of the letter x. So when we say x over 2, that's the same thing as saying some number divided by 2, and that fraction is a division symbol. So if we balance this out, if I take 3 away from here, I must take away 3 from here, leaving me with 2 pounds left over. So that means that this, some number divided by 2, is equal to 2 pounds. So what number divided by 2 makes 2? In this case, x has to be 4, because 4 divided by 2 makes 2. So now we're going to do the same thing, but this time we're going to go ahead and just write out our expressions, because the idea is we're balancing equations. So in the first example, 5y minus 3 equals 7. What we want to do is, since we don't know, we have 5 y's here, we actually don't know what the y's are. And also keep in mind there's 5 times the letter y. We don't know what y is, so we can't just isolate it right away. But you know what we could do is we could take away this 3 right away since it's on its own. So I'm going to go ahead, and this first method is the inverse method. What I want to do is do the inverse of minus 3 to get rid of it. So I will say plus 3. And again, just like we showed you in the previous examples, what you do to one side, you do to the other. And so this automatically gets rid of it, and this turns it into 10. So then 5y is left over, and so 5 times some letter, a number, makes 10. So what is that? Well, y in this case is whatever 10 divided by 5 is, because 5 times y makes 10, so you have to do the inverse, which is divided by 5, and y equals 2. Now this is only one way to write it, using an inverse. The other way to do it is to simply move terms around until they're with their like terms. So if you have 5y minus 3 equals 7, what I want to do is I want to combine like terms. I see this -3 and this 7. They're like terms, they're just numbers. I'm going to go ahead and move that -3 across the equal sign, and once it crosses across the equal sign, it turns to its inverse, its opposite. It becomes +3. So I will rewrite this as 5y is equal to 7 plus 3, which makes 10. So again, we now know that this becomes 5 times some letter, some number, makes 10. So we can simply just say whatever y is whatever 10 divided by 5 is. In this case, it makes 2. So y is 2. So at this time, can you pause and do the rest? So if we work this one out, 4n plus 5 equals 33. Now using whichever method you prefer to the other side, you will end up on the next line. 4n is equal to 30. Sorry, not 30. It's going to be equal to 28 because 33 take away 5 will give you 28. So now the last step is 4 times some number makes 28. So n is equal to whatever 28 is divided by 4, which gives you 7. In this case, m divided by 2 plus the 7 equals 10. So we can move this across to the other side, making it -7, leaving us with m over 2 equals 10 minus 7, which is 3. So now the question is, some number divided by 2 makes 3. So m has to be whatever 3 times 2 is, because some number divided by 2 makes 3. So you have to multiply the denominator here with the whole number. So then this makes m equals 6. And then in the final example, some number divided by 3 take away 6 equals 2. So let's move the -6 over, making it +6. So some number divided by 3 makes 8. So a has to be whatever 8 times 3 is, because again, we multiply it together since some number divided by 3 makes 8. So we now have to multiply. So a equals 24. That's it.